Hello darlings, today I want to show you something really special. It's all of the craft projects I've been working on for the past few months. One I've been working on for 25 years. My daughter started it and I've finally finished it. While it's not to her taste now, I will find something to do with this particular object that I have finished. So I've just poured a cup of tea. I'm hoping that you can go and get yourself a cuppa or some cool drink wherever you are in the world. Get your handcraft, come and sit with me, put your tiara on, and join us for a lovely, cozy, crafty catch-up today. Well, darlings, I think that handmade projects, there's nothing like them in the world. First, they give us the peace of actually making them. They tick all the boxes in my idea, because you get to shop for what you want to pick, what you want to make. So you get all the choices and all the projects, and isn't it fun to get all those books out and think, what's the next thing I'm going to be working on? So that's part of the fun of crafting. It's actually the shopping part of it, ladies, isn't it? I know for me it is. I love it. And I've got so many different projects that I've wanted to do that I've brought all the things for but never got around to doing them. So I've finished a lot of things off and I feel better in myself to have these out and completed. Have you been working on anything that has taken you longer than you thought, and now that you've got maybe a little bit more time, you'll get it finished? Let me know, won't you? Life gets busy. I can't believe I started this project for Simone 25 years ago. She wanted to learn to crochet. She really did. She was young, probably about 8 or 9, and she's 35 now. So I started her off in her favourite colours, which at the time were blue and purple and pink. They were her favourite colours. Not so much the pink, mainly the blues and the purples. But I said, put some pink in it because we had a lot of pink. So she started it off and she did a good job. And you can sort of see there's her tension in the middle. I've never changed any of that. But when I had a look at the project and thought perhaps I'll finish it now, I noticed that she'd ended up with an extra corner, which wasn't ideal, an extra 2 or 3 corners. So I had to unpull it back a little bit, well, probably about 10 rows. But the blue is all her. She went a bit funny once she got into the pink. So I pulled that back and I thought, well, I'll just re-crochet it. Well, I have, and I finished it. And it's not to Simone's taste now. She's not a crochet sort of girl. But I'm going to use it on the table in the courtyard for when Bert and I come out here. And I'm very happy with it. I put just a simple frill along the edge. This wool is old, all of it, because this is the original wool from it. And it's just simply a round circle and then finished off with a crocheted edge. It hangs beautifully on the table, but the biggest shock I got was when I washed it. Oh my gosh, it was filthy. I didn't even realise how dirty it had got in that time, just sitting in a drawer. So that's one completed project that I feel very relieved to have out of my drawer. So that's it. I've also been making towel toppers. Don't we love towel toppers? Well, I do. And you hook them on your cupboard and go over like so. And then you can just dry your hands on them after you've done dishes, after you've wiped benches, whatever. They're very good. So I've been really busy making them. I've made some for my children because I think they're very handy in the kitchen. And I've gone a bit crazy with them because I've made so many. I've done them all in the same colours that the children will like, black and grey. So I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, and I just dropped 2. So 6 I've made of those, and they'll be going to the children just as a little thing to give to them. I've also made some very pretty ones as Christmas gifts, and they've gone into the Christmas pile with special Christmas tea towels and Christmas colours. So I've had lots of fun doing those. So simple. So simple. I harvested all of my lavender from my lavender bush that is in the vase pot just out here. Oh, the smell is magnificent. It really is. And I tried to make a lavender wand. Oh goodness, it turned out disastrous. But I then decided I'll just keep all the buds in the jar, put it next to my bed of a night, and just because it relaxes you, lavender relaxes you. So I've wanted to do this for a long time, and I've just got to cut the stems out of it, which I will do, but haven't got there yet. So that's another project I've wanted to do that I've done. Harvest my own lavender. Knitting-wise, I have been making just some simple dishcloths. When I was recovering and I started watching television again, I like to sit there and do something of a night. I can't just watch the screen, but my brain wasn't there. I couldn't concentrate. And these were just simple, corner to corner, knitted dishcloths. They didn't turn out 100%. I learnt a lot, but they're done. As I did more, they got straighter. I just used cotton, Bendigo cotton that I used on the top that I made a few weeks ago, just finishing off that. This one turned out much squarer than the last one, and this one I did this kind of a pattern. These are just on YouTube, these videos. I don't know if I can link them or I'll give them a go. I'll see if I can copy and paste it to my page and see if you can check it out, because super easy pattern. And I could do it while I was just sitting there. I deliberately didn't make them pretty. They're dishcloths, so you know, I didn't worry about doing them too pretty. They were just easy to knit, just when you don't have to think about it, you just do it. So I've done them, very happy with those. Then I went on a Kmart shopping spree. Well, for me it is, because I don't usually go shopping very much. Well, I've been chasing cards because I love to send people cards. I'm a chronic card sender. So therefore, I've been trying to find cards to send, and I can't seem to find the ones I want. I'm not crafty enough to make my own cards. That's just never been me. But what I did find at Kmart for $5, darlings, $5 was a pack of 50 cards with matching envelopes, or with the envelopes, all different colours, all different varieties. They're very plain, but imagine the fun I can have with my diaries, the diary books that I buy, and actually cutting out and pasting pictures on them, putting diamond dots on them, stickers on them, glitter on them. That's my kind of making cards. So I got a pack of those, and 50 of them, honestly, for $5, I'm extremely happy with that. That was a good purchase in my mind. Very, very happy with that. So I got those from Kmart. And then to top it off, I saw these little paper clips. And I thought, how cute are they? I thought they'd be really good bookmarks. So that's why I got those. I thought to put them in a book when you're reading the book. So I've got those. They were really cheap. I think they were $2 or $3. I love all the kids section at Kmart. I'm a sucker for that. And while I was there, I had the most beautiful craft book. It was a bunny rabbit and I loved it to bits. And then I'd been filming outside, ages ago. I left it outside and it rained and it was totally ruined beyond. I couldn't resuscitate it. So I brought myself a new one. They had a furry one there and I thought that'll be great. And I'm going to ask Bert to print off photos of all the things I had in my previous book to put into this one. And I'll start this as a new book. I was very disappointed it happened. But it's nice to keep a record of what you're working on, I think. It's just nice. I like to do it, and to look at the things that I've made through the year just gives me a bit of a boost. So that is just beautiful, just soft, soft, soft. Suits me because it was bought in the children's section, my favourite place. So I brought all those at Kmart, and the first thing I started back on, I have to tell you, was really difficult. When I was really sick, I just watched my YouTube people that I follow. Checking, still green. And there's a couple of YouTubers I really love, Helen's Mousy Makes and So Sweet Samuel. Anyway, they were working on cross stitch. And I thought, cross stitch? I haven't done cross stitch since the 1999s, the 2000s, 2010. No, 2002, when I was at Sovereign Hill, working at Sovereign Hill. And I thought, well, I'll just buy a little Kmart pattern and see how it goes. So I did. Super easy pattern. Bert picked it because it looked like a V-dub, and it's got a Christmas tree on top, which I'm sure Lindsay will like because she likes having Christmas trees on top of cars. And it came in the complete kit with everything, the little round circle to put it on, just everything there. Well, did I have trouble with it? I can't say I'm very happy with it, but I have to say, if life's all about learning, then learning I've done. And looking at this now in the daylight, which I haven't brought it out before, I can see that I need to go around it with an edging colour because it's all drawn on there, so I will do that. But there it is. That was my first go at cross stitch in ever so long. But in like 26 years. But what I thought I'd do, I wanted to do another one. I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed the repetitiveness of it once I got the hang of the stitching, because that's part of it, isn't it? So I brought myself some cross-stitch fabric online, and it arrived, and I thought this will be great. But the problem with it was that it was just too fine. It was the 16 square or the 11. It was just too small. 16, I think. So I've got that in the drawer, but I don't think I'll ever use that one. So then what I did was I went up to our craft shop, Spotlight. Where is it? Hang on, I've just got to find it here among all of my menageries. Where is it? Where is it? And I bought this fabric. This fabric is really big squares. I think it was 11. Really big squares. And I've just crocheted around the edge to stop it from fraying after I overlocked it. But look at that. That's a lot better for eyes that are nearly 67, isn't it? So that's what I'm going to crochet on. And I'm totally inspired because when I worked at Sovereign Hill, I was crocheting a beautiful piece there that I worked on the whole time I was there. I'll just go and grab it. And here it is here. And it represented us all working at Sovereign Hill. Volunteers. We were volunteers. We used to dress up in the costumes and be like ambassadors for Sovereign Hill and talk to people and show them around and tell them all the history, have a cup of tea with them. Yeah, it was really good fun. So that was Simone and Benjamin. And then here's my daughter Jacinta, my eldest daughter. Here is my dad and Bert. And here am I. Well, I loved working on this project. It was a beautiful project, and everybody that came in we were in the Charlie Napier, commented on it, and they loved it. And this is what I'm going to recreate on this piece of paper, but it will just have Bert and I on it this time, no children, and lots of decorations around it. That's the plan. It's pouring rain here in Ballarat, but I'm out undercover, so I'm very, very lucky. I thought I would get into doing some embroidery. I love embroidery. It's so beautiful. So I bought this little book on eBay. It wasn't very expensive. And I thought I'll try and do the embroidery in it. Well, I found it so difficult to get through the two pieces of paper, the two pieces. Has anybody else brought this book and found it hard to work on? I haven't done much because of that. Trying to get your needle in is really hard. I think what I'm going to do, having looked at the book now after quite a few months, I'm going to cut along the pages, and then that way I'll be able to do it. Maybe that's what you're supposed to do, and I only just thought of it then. But it's the cutest little book and has all the stitches in it, and I just loved it, but I had great trouble, and I never thought, I'll just cut down the edge. I've got zigzag scissors, but that'll work. So has anybody got that book? Super cute, isn't it? Amy McKellen, 2021. Super lovely. I have to add, Strawberry was very upset with me because last week she was not in the photo shoot out with all the dollies. She was still standing up there with Marilyn. So I said to Strawberry she can come out today with me because I felt so bad for leaving her out of it. Absolutely. Don't forget to have your cup of tea. How have you all been? Let me know. I'm feeling much better. It's been a slow recovery, but I take every day as it comes and make the best of every day. I've had so many wonderful things happen this year. I have to say one of the highlights was meeting Lisa Wonder-S. She's a lovely lady. I'm sorry our friendship didn't pan the distance, but at least I got to meet her and know her a little bit better. People come in and out of your life and there's nothing that you can do about that, can you? It's not always up to you. It's not always your choice. So that's what happened with Lisa with me, unfortunately. But I still think she's fantastic and super cool. Then I decided I wanted to go out to the Great Ocean Road Woollen Mill. They're here in Ballarat, and they're not on the Great Ocean Road. They're on the way to Burrumbete. They're only open one day a week for 4 hours. So many times we've gone out and they've been closed. Well, they were open this particular Friday, and I said to Bert, we are going. We are going. I'm buying wool from them because they make it and they harvest it. They're amazing. They're just a man and a wife. They're totally self-sustainable. I'm just in awe of what they do, and they do natural colours and natural things. That's what they do. And they've got alpacas. Well, this turned out to be the most expensive ball of wool I've ever brought. It was $30 for 100 grams of this beautiful wool. And it was it's merino and alpaca, and it came off Aristaeus. And I saw Aristaeus in their backyard. He's a very dark brown alpaca. So I was very happy about that. I'm putting some footage on the end so you can sort of have a look at what it is. The shop isn't set up like glamorous or anything. It is just, it's a working factory. That's what it is. And they've dedicated a little bit of room there that they can sell some of their yarns. But there's only 200 metres on this, and I don't know that that's a real lot of wool to do something. I'm used to buying 8-ply, and that has a lot more on it. But this is 8-ply. So I'll see how it goes. To me, it seems like a lot, and Bert has to roll it, and I'll reweigh it, and then I'm going to make for myself something that is very special out of this because it's super soft. So I don't mind paying because it's super soft. Excuse me, I've still got the cough. So, so what I'm going to make out of it is some Victorian cuffs. They come down like so, and then they have this frill over the bottom, crocheted, and they don't look difficult to do, and I've wanted to do them for ever so long. So that's what I'm going to make out of this, and hopefully it'll be good. The only problem with it also is not machine washable at all. It's not coated with that oil that makes it machine washable. So strictly hand wash. So it can only be a little project. I actually couldn't imagine going out and spending, I don't know, $200 or $300 on wool for a jumper or a quilt or a blanket. I don't know that I would do that. But for small projects, yes, because when we're working with our hands, it just feels wonderful, doesn't it, to have something nice and soft and just lovely to hold, but definitely would never make dishcloths out of it. That would be an insult, wouldn't it? Yeah, so that was the most expensive wool I've ever brought. Oh, well, that's all of my projects that I've showed you. So I'm hoping that you're working on something that's keeping you, happy, and there's something about doing handwork, isn't it? It really helps our mental health, which is why I wear tiaras, to remind people that we're all beautiful on the inside of our head, no matter what our head tells us. Well, I also brought a book that I've been reading not quite while I've been recovering, because a fellow YouTuber had this on her channel, and I thought I would love that book. And it's called The Comfort Book, and it's by Matt Haig. Thank you, Helen, from Helen's Mousy Makes. What a gorgeous little book. First of all, I love the size. I love palm-size books. I just really find them lovely to hold, to read. Inside, it's got lovely clear writing. Super nice, isn't it, darlings? And lots of lovely things. And it's just got so many things in it. What does it say? The library equivalent of a steamy hot chocolate on a chilly day, the ideal read for dipping into whenever you need a pick-me-up or perspective. Lots of lovely things said about this book, and I am loving it, and that's what I'm going to use the bookmarks in. I found it's really lovely. I've sat out here quite a bit flicking through it, highlighting the bits that I like the most. It's really nice to have a book it's not in depth, it's just light, and it's just, perhaps home is not a place, but simply an irrevocable condition. I just think that's thought-provoking. Imagine yourself as a baby. You would look at that baby and think they lacked nothing. That baby came complete. Their value was innate from their first breath. Their value did not depend on external things, like wealth or appearance or politics or popularity. It was the infinite value of a human life, and that value always stays with us. Even if it becomes easier to forget it, we stay precisely as alive and precisely as human as we were the day we were born. The only thing we need to do is to exist and to hope and to look after your inner child. I honestly believe that. Nothing is stronger than a small hope that doesn't give up. Lots of things in this book. So I thoroughly recommended it. It was super cheap. It was like $10 with free delivery, and it came from England. Can you believe it? From England. So I'm amazed, absolutely amazed. But beautiful book, lovely book, and I was super happy because I buy a lot online because then Seth delivers it. My worst news is the fact that he's moving to Queensland the end of April because he's a bit tired of this sort of weather, like all young children. No, he's not a child, but like all young adults. He's still on P plates. He's a very young fella. So therefore he's moving up there with his mates, and he's going to get a different job and just live life for a little bit, So I suggest it's wonderful for him, and I'm thoroughly encouraging him along the way. He's just dropped me off a parcel now, which I'm very, very happy about. And of course I gave him a Mars bar. And of course he's now into protein bars as well. So I got him a protein bar, but he told me the protein bars he really likes. So I'll make sure I have a few of them for him. So please let me know in the comments what you're working on and how's your week been. And thank you for all the likes, and I really appreciate it. I love coming here and talking to you all every week.
Yeah, no, it's a pretty amazing journey Five to go through to actually be able to get from the yarn to spin.
The colours are beautiful here. These colours are beautiful.
The natural ones or the poppy ones?
Those poppy ones.
And what's really interesting is so they were dyed in the same dye bath as these ones.
Oh.
So they've all been commercial dyed for us, but yeah, so we're starting to have a little play around with some natural dyeing and just to add a few more colours without going crazy. Alpacas only come in so many colours before you run out of inspiration, I guess.
Yeah, we've got friends that we get our eggs off, and they've got 2 alpacas, and they just like the fleece go white.
Yeah.
They're old alpacas though. They're pets.
Yeah, as they get older, they're not always as nice, but yeah, no, it's interesting. And that's what I started. We ended up having a tree change and ended up with a couple of alpacas and trying to do something to save wasting their fibre.
Yeah.
And yeah, just went down that path of doing a mill and learning how it all works.
Well, you've worked it all out.
Yeah, it's been a slow process.
Frustrating at times, I bet.
A lot of frustration, a lot of swearing, a lot of learning, and yeah.
I'm just pleased to finally get here.
Where are you from?
Oh, just from the Rat.
Oh, okay.
We've pulled up here before, and you were closing.
Oh, okay.
So
yep.
you know, like we just haven't mastered it, have we, Bert?
Didn't master the timing.
Well, you're here today, so that's a good start, isn't it?
Yeah.
Eh?
Well, I got a little bit of that.
Everything in the middle, and then we decided we'd freshen up a little bit, so we just got a couple of new display boxes and that, but we didn't get quite finished before.
But don't you find, because you're working so much and trying to do this as well with the little bit of energy you've got left, you know, that's it. It's all energy consuming.